Right boys, here we are. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the tactic video that I've promised for ages and ages and ages. It is the tactic I've been using in my Fenerbahce save. It is a 5-2-3 with wing backs, 3 central strikers. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the base tactic first, explain a few reasons why we do certain instructions, etc, etc. And then what we'll do is I'll have 6 or 7 clips just showing you little things about the tactic, a few goals to just highlight how good the tactic is. Now, this is not a OP tactic. I have tried it in other saves. It hasn't worked. I think you need to have a certain style of player, which we'll discuss in a minute. So don't expect this tactic to plug into a team and expect it to work. If you want to build a squad round a tactic, which I did, then here's an opportunity. If you want 3 at the back, you want a libero, you want to play 3 central strikers, this possibly is a tactic for you. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Lots of stuff on the channel, not just tactics videos, but all the Let's Play series. Hit that like button and let me know your thoughts down in the comments, good and bad. There's always a few people that are bad. Not a problem. Let's just be constructive. And as I said, it has proven very successful on Fenerbahce save. I've not had to tweak too much. These are a couple of changes and alter them to your personal opinion. But anyway, here we go. Let's get into the tactic. The basis of it is 3 centre-halves, 2 very attacking fullbacks, 2 midfielders, 3 central strikers. Now, I did start with an attacking midfielder in there, and I wasn't getting any joy. And the issue that I had, because I was Fenerbahce, I obviously have Marucci, who is a very good target man. And I also bought Treq, who has proven to be a really good presser. There wasn't a lot of pace in there. So what I decided to do was to put an advanced forward in there and get one of the younger players just in the middle of the 3 so that we just got that little bit more quality, especially on counter-attacks. Now, we'll go through the team instructions. So we've got it slightly shorter. Now, this is altered from much shorter quite recently. So it's entirely up to you how you go. I've just found that we're in season 3 now, and a lot of teams, because we're very, very strong, a lot of teams are parking the bus against us. So I just felt moving it from very short to slightly shorter. I just find on an attacking and going more direct, it just launches balls up to the 3 forwards all the time, and it's not enjoyable to watch. So the reason why we've also got it on shorter is so that we can build the play slowly, get up the pitch by keeping the ball, get the opportunity eventually to get the fullbacks the wing backs up and round, and then the idea is that they cross into the box where we are very, very strong. Now, if we did it on direct, the chances are it wouldn't give our fullbacks, our wing backs, enough time to get forward. So that's why it's on slightly shorter, just so we can build and keep the ball a little bit and wait for them to get the overlaps in. As you can see, we've got overlaps in left and right. I've also got play for set pieces. It's just because we're very good, we're very tall. Treq, we've got 3 centre halves to go up there, and we've got 3 centre forwards as well. Especially the 2 boys on the side are very, very good in the air. We float crosses. Now, the idea is that we float crosses. The main joy that I've found is playing this 3 up front, especially when you've got your target man to the left, is that he normally will peel onto a fullback. And normally what you're looking at fullbacks can be anything from, 6 foot down to 5'5", 5'6" sometimes. So you've got a big height advantage there. And I am finding players like Marucci, who is 6'4" and heading 16, is getting a lot of joy. If it was a whipped cross, defenders can cut that out. But I'm just finding them high floated balls to the back stick are being really useful from our crosses from either flank. Same on the other side, really. Treq's pretty. He's only 6 foot, but he's 14 in the air. He's pretty good. So the same thing applies. Not as obviously much as Marucci, but it does apply to Treq on that other side. Exploiting that fullback. The centre forward. This is another good thing as well. If the centre forward was in here, the 2 centre halves, or at least one of the centre halves, would probably pick him up. Whereas this guy now in here causes an extra problem. And the centre halves, one will normally pick up and one will drop off. But it still gives the target man and the pressing forward an opportunity to exploit the fullbacks and get up against the fullbacks. And just higher tempo, mainly personal preference. I want to see urgency in our play. Some people, you could argue that a slower tempo to help you build up the pitch a little bit better. But I haven't found it an issue playing high tempo at all. And then be more expressive. Personal preference, as always. I always want the players to be a little bit more expressive. In transitions, we've got take shorter kicks on because I haven't put distribute to the centre halves because sometimes I might want it to go to the wing backs. We sometimes get the deep line playmaker coming in as well. So take shorter kicks and then we can build the play from the back. Counter press and counter, mainly because look, we're going to show you a really good counter attacking goal anyway. And the counter press, because if the ball's lost, especially in the attacking third, highly likely we're going to have 2 wing backs forward, we're going to have a front 3, we might have 5 or 6 players in our attacking third, and if we lose the ball in there, we get it back. We get it back quickly, high up the pitch. That one is as simple as that. Out of possession, high defensive line. There's a reason behind that. Once again, you've got the boys, you've got the 3 up front, so we want to be pressing up the park as much as we can. There is the people will argue about getting caught on the counter, but what I've found really well is that when you play these 3 at the back, if they're playing with one central striker, it really does limit their out ball. So normally if there was 2 centre halves, now let me just show you one here. Put him out of the way for now. If there was 2 centre halves in here, just imagine the 2 fullbacks have come forward. It does leave a lot of space. It does leave a lot of space in the channels. And what I've found is that having an extra one in there, I do find the central striker will pretty much stand with the middleman, and then it does leave these 2 wide centre halves free. So when the balls are cleared out, the second wave of attack can start again. Mainly because these defenders come into these areas here, stop the balls going over the top, and then we can press again. They've normally got no pressure, and they can carry the ball 20, 30 yards before one of the wide players or one of the central midfielders comes out and engages. There you go. All right. I had prevent short distribution on. I just wanted the guy to kick it long to our 3 centre halves. Basically, that's my only thought around that. You could argue to not have that off, and then he might encourage them to roll it out. Honestly, with having 3 central strikers, I don't really think he would necessarily throw it out that often. So I've just gone in there. You've got 3 centre halves there. All I can envisage from that is hopefully the goalkeeper will hit it long, and then our 3 centre halves should, obviously we've got a numerical advantage 9 times out of 10, and then we can get the ball down and play. Get stuck in, personal preference. This is probably the most commented part of the video probably. By all means, don't have it on. Personal preference. Yes, we get the occasional red card. Nothing stupid though. I don't see it as a problem. And then extremely urgent. For me, that is based on those front 3 and the boys that are in. We want that ball back as quickly as possible. Stop them getting the opportunity to then play it in behind. So that's it. They're the instructions. As I said, a few little tweaks what you could do. The first 2 seasons, I've played with that on a ball playing defender on cover. But because we're so dominant now in the league, I've just wanted to bring... I've never really played with a libero. I do have Jerome Boateng, who is quite slow, but he can do it really well because he can travel with the ball. I just thought sometimes we could afford to push another player up. So having him in there, having a libero in there just gives us the opportunity just to dribble out even that much more. I do find these 2 fullbacks kind of just, these 2 centre halves just play it into the central midfield or I'll switch a ball. They are pretty, to be fair to them, they are pretty good at switching the ball out to the wing backs. Wing backs on attack on both sides because these 2, because you've got 3 centre halves and you've got these 2 who are quite basic, they're not going to move a great deal from the middle of the park. I wanted these guys getting up as high as possible. We've got hit crosses early as well, because we want them in these areas here, getting up. We've got overlap on, attacking. I did have them on complete wing back from at the start, but complete wing back does mean that they'll roam a little bit more. I don't need them to roam. We're not playing a completely fluent sort of system. The idea is that these boys work hard, they get up in the channels, they put balls in the box, and they can get back and defend. It's as simple as that. Obviously, if you change it to complete wing back, even though it says stay wider, they roam from position. with them being the only asset out on the left and the right, the only wide players, I don't want them moving from them wide areas. I don't want them coming in here and getting involved in playing. I want them to be an asset out wide. Central midfield is pretty basic. Box to box is just an old personal favourite of mine. And I have really enjoyed watching this deep line playmaker this year. I normally play with one, but I haven't seen one as useful, as successful as this is for a long, long time. I have players like Emre in there who's been fantastic. We've got a young kid in there now, and what you see is that he will drop into these areas here and pick up the ball. That will then allow these two boys, and he is really good at picking these passes out. He does play in triangles a lot as well with the fullbacks. When the fullbacks sort of like get up into these areas, they'll play a little triangle here with the centre half and the wing back. He'll sometimes go along and clip one in the channels for the advanced forward to run onto. So options there, and now the front three. So as I said, I was a little bit limited to start with. Marucci is an out-and-out target man for us as well. So I've never really used a target man, especially not in sort of like a higher, sort of like the top division side. It's normally something you might try in like a standard 4-4-2. The reason why he's on the left-hand side is one, because we can exploit the full back a little bit. But I did find that we just needed that person just to stretch the play and occupy the two centre halves. If he was in the middle of the three, he would be dropping off a little bit too much. The advanced centre forward is there to really occupy the two centre halves and to give us that straight, direct pace down the middle of the pitch. If we're breaking, I'm going to show you a goal shortly. Deep line playmaker can pick a guy out, and instead of him hitting the channel to an advanced forward who was starting here, he can hit it straight down the middle. And hopefully, if it's a good pass and he's got the pace to get past the defenders, he's through on goal right down the middle of the pitch. And then presser, personal preference again. I do like a presser in the side. He does get high enough, but I also found even on attack, he does have a natural ability of coming in. I'm not sure if that's Tosun's. He's got no real player trait, so he will come in and combine, which is good. So when you're building attacks, it's not as if three are just stood up there. Marucci will come in and combine with the two players to get an overlap in. Cenk Tosun will often come into these areas and allow more space for the wing back to get in. I just found that a really good combination of the three. By all means, let me know if you can think of a better combination. I won't change it because I said we've been really successful with this tactic and this team. And I suppose I chose an advanced forward as well. There could be an argument where you could just do poacher, but just with the advanced forward, I just want him to. It does give him the opportunity to work the channels if need be. I just think you'll get more work rate out of an advanced forward than a poacher. We didn't have, if we had maybe a Higuain or someone like that who could literally just stand in the middle and bang goals in. That could have been an option, but we never had that. We are playing a young central striker in there who's got a fair bit of pace, which we'll see for the goal in a minute. And having a poacher in there, I just imagine him not doing as much running. So that once again, that could be a change. Let me know what are you thinking? What would you change? By all means, put it in the comments. I may respond, I may not, but that's the basis. I've just got it on attacking. I haven't found it been too direct. It does help. It does help push bodies forward a lot quicker, I find. It aims to exploit space in the final third, which will show in counter-attacks. It gives us, even though you might think it gives us a bit of a contradiction with attacking, you normally maybe associate that with more risk, be a little bit more direct. When you're playing three up there, sometimes it's not the worst thing in the world to have your centre-half launching one forward. I have found it a really good balance, that we can play up with the wing-backs and the central midfielders, or sometimes we can go long and exploit space if there is some. Normally that space only does come from when it's been in our own box and we've defended a corner or a set piece. But I haven't found it. Maybe if you're not as strong as us. I have done attacking from day one as well. And then what sometimes I do in Europe and in the bigger games, I just drop it onto cautious, and I haven't found it too bad. I try and keep all these the same. It just, when I put it on cautious, it just means I'm hoping from that we just don't have as many bodies flying forward. We're a little bit more careful about when we break and when we press, etc. Right, that's the tactic. That's the basis of it. All the link to the tactic is down below. I will put it on my Steam account so you can subscribe. I will also put it as a media wire file as well, so you can straight download it and then make sure you put it into your sports documents, Sports Interactive Football Manager, what would it be called, Tactics, bang it in there, and then you're away. You're ready to go. Right, I'm going to show you a few little highlights now. Okay, so it's their free kick. This is the opportunity for us to break with the advance forward. So we defend quite well. Boateng presses. He wins it. This is our deep line playmaker. So I do think it's important to have a deep line playmaker. As you can see, Saïd Aminish is already off. I think he's got two centre halves. They've obviously pressed for the corner, 2v1, which I suppose defending wise is okay. And then we'll just play it in from here. Actually, Omar does pick out a lovely pass. There's the pace of Saïd Aminish running in the channels, and then he's got the pace and he's also got the quality to finish. So there's your break. There's your advance forward. I don't know if you would get that run. If he was a poacher. He started in the middle and then he just worked that channel. So there you go. The first goal. Right, the second goal that I'm going to show you, once again, is a break. Okay. We are looking at Marucci. Marucci's the goal scorer. So he gets the second ball. He naturally does that anyway. He naturally drops in. Saïd Aminish comes in and Tossun's now in play. Where is Marucci? I think he's there. Look, there he is. So he's making a run. Cenk Tosun hits the channel really well. Getting support from Sangare, the wing-back. There's Marucci. Look at even the full-back. Look, the wing-back Williams getting up. So we've even got a 2v1 at the far stick. There's their line of four. Look. Centre forward occupying the serious centre halves. The centre half's not going to get back in time. Sangare puts the ball in. Marucci is too big, too powerful, too strong. Bosh. And it just shows wing backs on attack as well. It does give them the opportunity to be that extra body in the box. I do find if you have them on support, they just hold their position a little bit. So if the ball's coming into the box, say from here where I'm sort of like shaking the mouse now, a support will be kind of out in. I kind of think it's no man's land. If the ball is cleared, you've got your centre half can come in and take that. And I do find if he's in there, the centre half can come and collect that. And then you've got another body in the box. And I will show a goal later of that wing back getting further forward and scoring a goal. Next one's just a simple throw in. Wing back obviously on it. Look at the amount of bodies. Look at Jetro Williams. He's even further forward. He's right in at that back stick as a wing back on attack. He's just peeled out a little bit. Decent finish from Saïd Aminish, just pulling off. Nice little bit of movement, especially when he had two centre halves round him. But what I'm showing you here is the amount of bodies we've got in the box. And if the ball is cleared, yes, if anything, if I was picky, that would be an issue. Him getting the ball. But you have a 3v1, so there's no reason why at some point one of the defenders can go in there and engage and slow him down. What I want to highlight is, as we spoke about before, with the ball going over the top and cleared into the channels, normally is an option for a counter-attack. Remember how Saïd Aminish scored? Without that third defender there, it gave Saïd Aminish the opportunity to work in there. That's now not possible with these three in here. So when the ball is cleared into these areas, these two centre-halves pick up the ball and the back attacking again. You're back on the front foot. You're putting the team back under pressure. This is a brilliant... This next one's a brilliant goal. So let me just play it from along. So you've got your two strikers, look. You advance forward and you advance forward there, you're pressing forward there. You've got your target man dropping off, helping out a little bit. Okay. He ends up being the goal scorer for this. Alright, so we're just gonna watch his movement. So he's helping out, look, working hard. He's pretty much made a 3 in there. He's tracking this guy. Okay. He comes back in to get into the space. Ready for any loose balls. Look at his run. Look at the two centre forwards. They're staying up there. But because he's on a support, he comes in. And I think he's in a decent area to pick up the ball. Hassan Ali's made a tackle, look. Into the deep line playmaker. Look at Marucci now. So he's gone from, in 5 seconds, turning and occupying the centre half. Ball over the top. Saved by the goalkeeper, but a decent finish. A FM20 finish, if anything. But the movement of him dropping in and helping out, I do find a lot of the time, Marucci, if we just bring it back a touch, I do find him in these areas a lot. And often a ball will be cleared out, it'll find him, and then he'll be the one that'll play the balls in the channels and balls for the quicker two in Tosun and Saida Manish. Often that might be him playing to Saida Manish, and you still end up scoring. So there you go. There's the target man helping out a little bit. Here's a good one on our deep line playmaker. So you've got your 3 centre-halves. Look at your full-backs, your wing-backs, very high. Him just occupying. This right midfielder was coming to press. And what we've got in now is an overload on this left-hand side. It does, in fact, go over the other side, Valverde. But once again, because they're playing quite narrow, we've got these on staying out there, not drifting inside. Tosun coming in, occupying, and look at all the room we've now got in there. I think he goes back. He does go back. And to be fair, the centre-half plays a wonderful pass. Here we go, look. Marucci, sorry, that's Saida Manish occupying their left back. Marucci's now actually come inside for this one. We've got an overload at the foot. There's one wing back, look, doing the cross. There's my other wing back. And he's getting the loose ball at the end. Absolutely free. Not being tracked, but once again, if he is tracked, he will normally come up against probably a winger who's probably not very good at defending. Might have heading 5, tackling 5 or something like that. So you can exploit that with having them on attack. I think this is just another highlight that's playing. Don't think we get anything from it, but look at his... Oh, he does. He's banged it in. He has scored. Just showing you how high he can get up the pitch. Let's just run that back. So where is he? He starts quite deep, look. Look, there's their right back. Centre midfielder goes in to close the space. Valverde gets it out wide. He's the box-to-box midfielder. And to be fair, that is a cracking finish. But having him on support, you wouldn't probably get that run into the box. You would probably get him just standing in these areas here and waiting to get the ball and then put it in the box. Having the 2 wide players as attackers on attack instead of defend, it does give us the opportunity to get them further forward and them to have a bit more of a goal threat. Once again, here's Jack Wiltshire. Look, he's our deep line playmaker, just supporting plays. Had a couple of little passes in there. We just take it back. Let's just roll it back to there. So there's our right wing back. Wiltshire's coming very deep. Look, loads of space because he's come deep. He's just played it into the central striker this time. He's going to turn and have a run. But he's got acres. Because we've got so many bodies forward. It does give him the opportunity to shift the ball. You'll often find him. He'll get it off one centre midfielder and go out the other way. What's he got here? Just a short pass. But he's connecting play really well. And we get an effort on goal. Now, at this point in the derby, we were actually 1-0 down. So what I did at half time is we took the shot of passing off. The team are now playing on passing to space and more direct. Just because where we were going, the first 45 was so flat, they'd grabbed a goal against the runner play. There was nothing in the game, but we'd played really poorly. So I don't know if this actually had an effect too much. This is sort of like a second phase of a corner. Marucci, look. But Jetro Williams is just about to put it in. Look at the space they've got it now. Zappacosta, to be fair to him, he's 6 foot, but Marucci's got the wrong side of him, and he's also a bigger player, 6'4", better at heading. He's going to attack that ball. Look, here we go. In, peels off, then comes in behind him. It's a great movement, to be fair. FM have got that really nice this year with that little in and out movement, checking his run, and giving us an equaliser. I think, is this another goal? I think it could be. So Wiltshire picking up the spare. Look at Jetro Williams. High again. Boff. He is a really good player. I got him on a free, boys. So if you want a player of a wing back, gets forward. I think he's got like crossing 17. Has he got crossing 17? Let me have a little look. Yeah, crossing 17. Tackling only 12. He is quite small, 5'7". But remember, he's not going to get isolated as much at the far stick because you're playing with 3 defenders. So that, guys, just a few little highlights just to show. Now, defensively, I've not seen a great deal of weaknesses. I've changed the libero. If you want just to be a little bit more tighter, you could go to a ball. I did have it, as I said, on ball playing defender on cover just so he can cover the other 2 centre halves. You got him on ball playing defender as well, so he's naturally going to get the ball and play a little bit. But I said, I've just gone for a libero just because I want him to step forward. I want him to be a little bit more aggressive when he has it. But then when he hasn't got it, he does act as a sweeper. Yes, you need a little bit of space. I haven't been exploited too much with Boateng It does require to have pace, but he's on 10. I haven't found it too much of an issue to have him in there, really. And guys, that's about it. As I said, it'll be really interesting to know your thoughts. This tactic is just my tactic. People have asked me to do it. I've done it. Videos like this are normally quite popular, but they're also unpopular in the comments, which is fine. Let me know if you're using it. Let me know if you've had some success. Let me know if you've used something similar to it. It'd be muchly appreciated. As I said, this has proved a really popular tactic with me on the channel, on the series. Somewhat a bit different. So we're talking about the basis of a bit slow progression, getting the opportunity to get the overlaps in, balls in the box, and exploit our two big centre forwards. There's no point playing a target man on that side if you've got no one to do it. Alright, you've got to have big boys on the either sides to exploit. And obviously, you need your two wing-backs. Your two wing-backs are very, very, very important. Balls in the box and a little bit of pace down the middle just to stretch the player when you need to. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said, the links to the tactic are down in the description below. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of thing. We muchly appreciated. And yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing another tactic video yet. I am working on one, a 4-2-3-1 with my Deportivo, which I've not even played a game with it yet. If that proves successful, because it is a bit of a recreation on the Super Depor tactic from the late 90s, early 2000s. So if that comes well in the save, we may do that. But for now, enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Get it downloaded. Give it a go. You do need to make sure you have a target man. That is key. Right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.